Baltimore starter Kevin Gausman shut out the Red Sox offense over 7 2/3 innings to hand Boston their third ugly loss in a row on Saturday evening. Welcome to the Boston Red Sox newsfeed postgame recap. This is Lars Yesteby reporting for CLNS, a leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Red Sox. There's not much going well for this Red Sox team right now as the starting pitching continues to put games out of reach early and the offense is struggling to hit with runners in scoring position. Boston has now been outscored 36-9 over the last 3 days. Today, it was Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for Boston. If not for one bad inning, Erod could have had a really stellar outing, but a bad inning is a bad inning, and it was bad news for the Sox starter. The top of the second saw him labor through 40 pitches, giving up 5 runs on 4 hits and a walk. The first hit of that frame came on a leadoff double by Adam Jones. He was actually erased shortly after on a good play by Erod, who picked a ground ball off the bat of Trey Mancini and threw out Jones trying to advance to third base. Mancini reached at first base, and a walk to Chris Davis put 2 men on. Mark Trumbo then ripped an RBI single to start the scoring. Erod would strike out Caleb Joseph for the second out, however he could not escape the jam as Craig Gentry cracked an RBI single to make it 2-0. The next batter, Tim Beckham, delivered the dagger with a 3-run bomb atop the monster to make it 5-0 Baltimore. After the second frame, the Boston lefty settled in and pitched effectively to give his offense a chance to climb back in it, but the Boston bats were nowhere to be found. Gausman came into today's game at 9-9 with a 5.25 ERA, but the Sox made him look like a Cy Young candidate. The Orioles starter held Boston scoreless for 7 2/3 innings and allowed just 4 hits. Mitch Moreland and Mookie Betts accounted for all of those, each with 2 apiece. Betts had Boston's only extra base hit of the game, which was a double in the first inning. The Red Sox were only able to put more than 1 man on base in an inning twice today, and not a single runner could advance past second base all game. In the third, Andrew Benintendi struck out to strand 2 after Chris Young and Betts drew walks. Then, in the fifth, Eduardo Nunez grounded into a double play to squander a 2-on-1-out chance. Boston scattered a single and a walk in the late innings, but would not threaten to crack the scoreboard. Erod did his best to salvage his start and save the Tax bullpen from more work. The lefty lasted into the 7th inning despite having a pitch count of 107 after 6 frames. He got 2 outs before giving way to reliever Brandon Workman in the 7th. The Orioles added to their advantage on a solo home run by Jonathan Schoop in the 8th inning, giving him 28 on the year. Then, with Fernando Abad pitching in the 9th, Gentry doubled home Trumbo to make it 7-0 Baltimore, which would be the final score. Boston falls to 73-56, and their lead in the AL East is down to 3.5 games, with the Yankees winning today. Tomorrow, Doug Fister gets the ball and tries to end the losing skid. He will be opposed by former Sox pitcher Wade Miley. First pitch is set for 1:35 p.m. at Fenway. You can get your pregame report with Adam Ballou tomorrow on the Red Sox newsfeed. This has been Lars Yesteby for CLNS.